Well, we've really got a hodgepodge of things to talk about today,
We do,
girls.
yeah.
I got to put my glasses on. I'm getting old. But Rebecca, what do you have over there?
Well, it's the mystery of science.
Oh.
Okay.
And so those who are familiar with the mystery of
history?
history
All
are going to
right.
love this.
Oh, I love mystery of history.
This
The best.
program. And so it is very colorful on the inside. I'm actually going to pass
Just
this
like
off.
mystery of history
Yes.
text.
Yes.
So I kind of forgot how beautiful they were on the
Yep.
inside with all of the great
So
photos.
colorful.
So it's very
Engaging.
engaging for students. It is geared for that 4th through 8th grade age range. And so it's catered to multiple kids doing it all at once. It's a great way to learn. Even those like little kids can learn something or just watch.
They would be enamored with all the
look through the
pictures.
pictures and everything. So this one is the biology. There are 32 lessons. The idea is that you do a lesson a week.
Okay.
So about 4 days a week.
Nice.
It's pretty typical for a science program. They are planning to develop more. So it's
Okay.
not like you just only have biology.
Right. No, I'm stuck.
Yeah,
What's
right.
So
next?
many people are going to love
So
this.
what's next?
I
Did they
think
say?
physics is
then
coming
chemistry,
next. Yep, and chemistry, and I think they have like human anatomy. They have a bunch of different sciences in the works for it. But it's a
Nice.
great just one book approach for science.
Yeah.
And it's really engaging for those kids who need those beautiful pictures. And
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that.
yes.
And are there labs included?
There are labs, so you get the PDF when you purchase the book.
Right.
But August 1st, the publisher is producing a print
copy?
version of
All
the lab
right.
book.
Great.
And that lab book, I printed off a few of the pages from our samples. It has the list of materials that you will
Nice.
need for every lesson, which is very nice. So they're just common things. Yeah.
But there's a lot of hands-on activities
There
in this,
are,
right? So you could
yes.
pick and choose what you want.
Yeah, and every lesson will come with a day-by-day breakdown
That's nice to
of
have.
like what you're going to be exactly viewing and working on.
Yeah.
And then they give you nice lined pages to answer all of the questions, so nice discussion questions.
So you're keeping track of kind of all of your work for the year.
Yes,
in
and the
this
kids are going to have a wonderful like little
keepsake.
notebook that they put together about biology.
Love it.
And parents
Yeah,
love
love
this
it.
because they can combine grade levels.
Yes.
So you can cover several different grades of 3 or 4 kids. You can cater to your older one, but the younger ones can always glean.
Which is great
Even
because
the
moms
youngest-
are always
yeah.
wanting to multitask.
Right.
You know, they're so busy. And
And if you can combine, what
Beautiful.
a bright idea.
It is a bright idea.
Yeah.
So-
And then it also has Christian content.
It
I loved
does.
how it has the memory verse for the chapter. They're studying the animals, the different classifications.
yeah, it looks amazing.
Great,
Birds, bacteria,
a great foundation
plants.
before they go into high school, deeper biology.
Absolutely.
So,
So it's just, I think the lovers of mystery of history are going to love
Gonna
mystery
love
of
it.
science.
I
Yes.
think I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
Well, I've got something to talk about that's not quite as much fun, but very relevant and timely for the world that we're living in today. So we're growing up. Well, we're not growing up. We're grown up, but our kids are growing up in a world surrounded by screens, and so iPads and iPods and smart
Watches.
and everything's
Yes.
connected to the internet, and
Right.
it presents this challenge. You know, there's advantages, but the challenge is how do I keep my kids safe in this world where even if I'm being very careful with them, are they around other kids? Are other kids showing them things? And so we continue to hear here at the office that this is a struggle for parents today.
And parents want something that can
Start
guide
a
them through an
conversation.
awkward
Yes.
conversation,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yes, it's such an awkward thing. Even here on the screen, we're a little like, ooh, how do we talk about this, right? And so these 2 books came across my desk recently. I'll let you guys grab those. And I love them because they really do just that. They cut through all the awkwardness and they really allow parents to dive in with a beautiful book and just open up lines of communication, taking all the shame out and just really talking about like there are good pictures and bad pictures, and from a scientific perspective, really explaining like kind of the danger of what happens in the brain and why we want to be careful to stay away from those pictures.
So what's the difference between the 2 books?
Yeah.
So
Rebecca's got
the hardcover book is for preschool through 1st grade, and this book is 1st grade through 8th grade. So this one's going to get a lot more in depth. It's going to have a lot more of that brain science and really explaining how pornography can lead to addictions and what addictions do in your brain. It's very good.
Yeah.
What I love about these too is that even if you have not had that birds and bees talk with your kids, which, you know, it's a different age for everybody, these books are safe and good to read. They are very careful about the choice of words, and they use language so that it's relevant and the kids can understand, but it protects their innocence. And so I really like that.
I like the discussion questions.
Yeah,
It gives
that one.
parents too, because it's kind of guides you through.
It does. So you'll read a chapter together, that's the goal, and then talk through the discussion questions at the end. And the discussion questions just really help the kids to feel comfortable and open. And in the back of both books, it gives more tips to the parents about here are ways to really help your kids to feel comfortable with this topic and to come to you if there's something that they want to
I liked
talk to you about.
the very simple
Steps.
Run, what is it? Turn, run,
Turn,
tell.
run, tell.
You know,
And
that's so easy for especially a little one
remember.
to
Yes.
remember.
3 simple steps, and it goes into a little more detail with those. But, you know, the more that you read these with your kids, and that's the goal, is read them often so that they're continually reminded of those steps and they're continually feeling assured that it's okay. This was going to happen. Statistics show us it's really not a matter of if,
It's a matter
but
of
when.
Yeah.
So these give you a plan. It's kind of like, I see it as almost like a fire safety plan.
You're
It's
being
like,
proactive.
You're being
not
proactive.
reactive.
Exactly.
You're being proactive,
You have
yeah.
a plan so that when it happens, it's okay. We know what to do and we can deal with it.
Right.
It really
and
empowers
it's okay
parents.
to talk to mom and dad.
Absolutely. Never keep a secret.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're really good.
Well,
We've got something more fun
We do.
now.
We're going to jump into something a little bit more lighthearted here.
Yes.
So remember those good old days of jump roping
Oh
and
my
all
goodness.
the sing
I
sang?
loved that on the
Yeah.
playground at recess.
We were trying to remember all the little sayings that we would
chants
do.
that we
Yes.
had.
Oh, that made it so much fun.
Cinderella dressed in yellow.
Yeah.
Gosh, you have a couple of them
Teddy
marked,
bear,
right?
yeah, and a banana here in the book.
So this has got all kinds of the chants.
101 jump rope rhymes.
Oh,
So now you don't have to try to
They're
remember them
old-
for your
there's
kids.
some oldies in here too.
Oh, I love it.
Candy in a dish.
How many pieces do you wish?
And it tells you what to do, how to, if there's motions, if you're going to touch the ground, if you're going to turn around.
Fun.
So it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed reading through these. I don't know a lot of them though.
Yeah.
But teaching kids that rhythm, you know, jump roping is good for you. I was looking it up. It teaches balance. You know, you're learning as it's going. Remember, you used to go like this as it would come around.
Yes.
It's like 1, 2. You know, and
You
you're
got to enter in on
catching-
2.5. So now you're like, ah.
There's so much that goes into jump roping that we don't
Right.
think about.
Right,
Yeah.
reflexes, bone density is strengthened, muscular endurance. The crossover, so if you did double dutch, you've got that crossover. That makes it a little more difficult trying to navigate through that.
Yeah.
But it's good for your heart. It's good for your mood. It's good for brain and memory.
Development,
So we were
yeah.
talking that maybe we should start our days off with a
We
little
need to
jump
start
rope.
doing this.
All of us get one
I
of
could
these
use a little help in the memory department these days.
So we've got the single jump
the
rope that
hop,
Rainbow
skip,
has.
jump,
yeah.
right?
The handles.
And
that's
this one is
nice.
cute. It kind of comes in that little bit of a
Vintage box.
vintage.
And,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
nice.
And then we have the traditional jump ropes. They're washable. We've got
Yeah,
8 foot,
8
16
foot,
foot.
yep.
And
then
8 foot's like kind of the standard?
more of a
about?
single.
Yeah.
And then your 16 would be for.
So you can get.
Those are the ones where we had maybe 2 people in the
Yeah.
middle jumping
right.
around.
And then this one is pretty fun. It has like a ball on the end.
Oh, I like that.
So you can hold on.
Nice hold,
And it's
yeah.
15 foot long.
Drop it.
Yeah, these are nice. And then you can change it up a little bit with Chinese jump rope, or here we've got jump seas.
Is this a jump rope?
And it's like not Velcro,
band you
but
put on your-
Elastic
band. It goes around your ankles or wherever you choose to place it for the
Okay.
level of difficulty.
Oh.
So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And here in this, it's nice and spiral bound, has the levels of difficulty, and that one of the
Upside down limbo is an
Oh my
advanced
goodness.
skill.
I think I could be doing that one.
shows how you can move the band up on the body to make it more difficult.
Wow.
And then I really love how it shows step by step, visually, how you would go about
That's
For those
nice.
visual
executing
learners.
the. And then once you make a mistake, you're done, and you go back to the back of the line.
Yeah.
So teaches some patience. It
Yeah.
teaches a little bit of how to handle a challenge like that. And I got out. get back in
Yes.
line. You know, if at first you don't succeed, try again. So there you go.
Yeah.
Group
So-
activity helps get those wiggles out too
Oh,
if they've been
perfect.
studying for too long. Just
Right?
Well,
hand them a jump rope.
We're talking about screens and the dangers
Yeah.
of screens, but just even beyond this issue, kids are on screens so much they're not out playing like they used to
And
be.
being creative.
And what a great
Yeah.
thing to hand
Yeah.
your kids and say, go outside and find something to do
They
with this.
will find
They'll figure it
something
out.
to
They'll find
do.
something fun to do with these
Are
jump
they
ropes.
get, are
the
they a
jump
little too
rope.
fidgety after math class? Give them a jump rope and go outside for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's see who can get to 100 without messing up.
Oh, that's a
Or,
good
Yes.
idea.
you know, have a
Yeah.
little box. We've got our morning box. Have our little
Like a
PE
PE
box.
box.
Yeah, where
Yes.
they can. And then you know what else could a kid do with a rope? Build forts.
Oh my goodness.
Pull their
So many
wagon behind.
things.
We
Pull
used to
their
attach
wagon,
it to our
yes.
wagon to our bike. You know,
And
that
you
was
could
the
use them in any
creative.
season, which is nice for
Yeah.
PE.
Yeah.
You know, if you're
Right.
struggling
Yeah.
with what to do for your kids for PE, give them a jump rope and send them
They
down to
can
the
be
basement.
So
or-
many
Creative.
benefits. So many
Yes,
good
yeah.
benefits.
Well, I liked
Well,
hearing the benefits, and I think our brains could use that too. We ought to
yeah.
be jump roping girls.
Right.